weekly stock market update where I share my personal opinion and insight of what's happening in the Philippine stock market and all other markets around the world. If you want exclusive investing related contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. So this one is for August 17 to 21 theme navigating range-bound volatility. Grabe, nag-slowdown pala yung remittances, no? Epekto yan nung Middle East conflict. OFW doon. Okay. Earnings divergence and policy rate watch. So summary, late session bargain hunting rescues PSEI at 6264 amid choppy trading. Ito yung kahapon, 'di ba? However, nagkaroon ngayon ng sell-off no around the world. Di ko sure anong dahilan. Maybe baka may nilabas yung US na economic data na hindi nagustuhan ng mga investor. Kaya yan, nadamay na rin yung PSEI kanina, negative 1.7%. So negative 1.7, ay, na-wipe out yung ginawa niyang rally, no? PSEI spend the week trading within a tight range. Actually, hindi pa tapos yung week, no? May dalawa pa. Maybe baka mag-recover siya bukas. Or baka magtuloy-tuloy. Kasi parang malas yung sell-off ngayon, no? Around the world. Middle East tension, dyan pa rin. Close open na, Strait of Hormuz. Foreign selling. Takal lang nangyari yan sa PSEI. Lower than expected cash remittance growth. Okay? Pero growing pa rin. At least hindi nag-slow down. But mostly yan yung mga maumuwing OFW sa Middle East. Okay. And slowest pace in over 4 years. Another BBM legacy So nag-rebound siya kahapon pero kanina wala. No? Sell ulit. Investors are currently analyzing second quarter earnings report, margin resilience in banks and core utilities, offsetting cost pressure, seen in, ayan Siyempre kasi titipid yung mga tao. And property sector parang ilan lang yung nag-grow na property sector sa second quarter. Monetary policy focus, scheduled August 27 remains the single largest upcoming domestic malamang feeling ko yan, rate hike ulit. Sinasabi nilang nakaraan na magpo-pause daw sila pero feeling ko rate hike ulit yan kasi puipitik na naman yung crude oil. Hindi na tuloy yung ceasefire. Markets expect the central bank to maintain current rates. And of course, the Philippine peso sobrang hina pa rin. Pa 62 na siya, Pag nag-62 yan, another BBM legacy. And then, check muna yung mga commodities. So, nickel, medyo rebound Anong nangyari dyan? So, supply concerns in Indonesia supported prices. Indonesian smelters operated by blah blah blah. Suspended some export loadings of mix blah blah blah. Other nearby as others increased inspection over possible rare earth content in shipments. So, pag may mga ganyan, di ba? Supply disruption, yun na. May ding pumitik yung dyan. Nickel price. So, yung current level is still higher than the same period last year. And then gold, nagsisettle siya ngayon around 4.4 tsaka 4.3. And coal, wala pa ding sentiment. Ayan. And then crude oil, close open, Strait of Hormuz. So, pumipitik na naman siya. Now, ito na yung mga year-to-date performances ng iba't ibang indices na tinatrack ko. So, PSEI, green pa rin pero nag-retreat siya. QQQ, almost 20% na ito nung nakaraan, nag-retreat. S&P, I think, nag-retreat din ng konti. Emerging market, pag nag-update to, I think, magre-retreat din nata to. Puro pulado ngayon sa Asian market Yung pulado na yun, baka mag-reflect yun bukas. Okay. Southeast Asia, magre-red din to or magre-retreat din to. International, Plus pa rin, Total World, malakas, and my personal dividend retirement portfolio is up 5% year to date, outperforming na PSEI, underperforming all other indices na nandito this year. Pero outperforming all of them since 2021, including QQQ. Di ba tapos yung taon and baka magkaroon ng momentum yung portfolio ko. So blue chip and large cap stories, ASEN. Nag-report to, I think growing yung niya. Kasi renewable. Yung fuel-based mga planta nito. Pero laki ng utang nito. So na-turn around na from a loss to positive. Ayan. Ano valuation nito? 170. Pero laki ng utang nito, no? Kailangan talaga may mag-materialize siya na project. Otherwise, maipit to. ASEN, ay wala pa rin sentiment. Okay. CNPF, defended market cap as stable food demand, sustained stable gross margin. So, CNPF, nag-report siya ng, parang growth, no? Second quarter. Ayan, CNPF. Pero I think CNPF, compare mo siya to other consumer staple na stock, expensive siya. Monde, attracted selective accumulation as domestic branded food sales offset international meat alternative headwinds. Ito rin nag-report, growing. Syempre, tapos na ata, no, yung nire-report niya na impairment losses. In fact, medyo nag-grow na lang paunti-unti yung kanyang meat alternative. So, growing pa rin. First half, growing. Monde, may sentiment pa ngayon dito. So, flat. SECB. So, instead institutional volume after reporting resilient net interest margin. Wala to. Laggard na bangko to. Baba ng nito. Return on equity. So, grow naman. Dapat lang kasi takal na niyang laggard. Pa-flat lang siya eh. So, SECB, and fixed to ng madaming broker na napapansin ko eh. Pero hindi nagmamaterialize kasi nga, I think, laggard na bangko. So, UBP, monitored by Financial Analysts evaluating consumer loan growth. So, UBP, wanda pa rin yung kanyang first half. Pero, kasi ito, may sakit to na biglang po pangit. But so far, growing siya 1.8, 3.2, 6.9. UBP, I think dati rin natong nasa main index and nalaglag. So, ayan, walang sentiment. NIKL, of course, growing sila Q2. Banda pa rin yung bentahan nila dun sa mga processing plant dun sa Indonesia. So, ayan, 1.5, 3.6. Halos na doble na nila yung nila, di ba? Yung last year. So, kung mag-continue to hanggang third quarter, baka may bigay na yan, special dividend. So, nickel, wala gano'ng sentiment, hindi pinapansin. Tag-ulan kasi, di ba? Pag tag-ulan, may mga nagsususpend ng minahan or ng operation RLC, steady office and mall occupancy figures. Ito one of the property stock na nag-grow noong second quarter. 6.8, 7.2. So, pwede na. So, ayan, nagre-rebound na ng konti. GSMI, defensive consumer buying backed by market share dominance and cash flow stability. So, GSMI, nag-slow down siya sa Q2. Pero first half, growing pa rin. And may malaki tong cash and malinis na balance sheet. And sa mga hindi nakakalam, nag-trade to ngayon around more than 7% na dividend yield. Di ba? Na 7% na dividend yield. Mas mataas na yun sa madaming rate, or dun sa mga ibang rate. Pero sinesell-sell siya kasi yan yung may na-headline nung nakaraan yung possible additional excise tax or sin tax. Mid cap and small cap stories. CPM, di ako familiar, Malamang naman to. Speculative na stock. CPM, nagre-report ng mga negative, ganyan. SFI, Also not familiar, C3, ano to? C3. City Core, yung rate ni, City Core. The main preferred pick for dividend post accounts due to guaranteed lease bagging for solar asset. So, si Reit, medyo nag-start na siyang mag-correct, no? Unti-unti. Plus, maintained active retail liquidity as online gambling platform. Revenue momentum continues. Wala siyang momentum eh. Anong momentum? Nag-normalize nga siya gawa nung regulation sa kanya nung last year, no? So nag-report siya ng mataas na earnings dito, pero yung operating profit niya actually bumagsak. Pati yung kanyang cash flow. Epekto pa rin ng regulation na until ano pa yan third quarter ata of this year. So wala pa ring sentiment. All home? Submit na ba to? Hindi pa ito nagsasubmit ng financial report niya eh. Ayun, last year pa to eh. Siyempre, hindi maganda yung sentiment dito. Di ba? And also, consumer discretionary. Talagang walang papansin ngayon dyan. PLL, property sector, mataas yung utang. So, one of the, parang siya nga ata yung highest leverage na property stock ngayon. Pangalawa ata si, Double Dragon. Ito yung nangunguna ata. So, wala, no? Papunta na siya sa kanyang all-time low. Ito rin natin, hindi pa ito nagre-report eh. Mga billion stock, di nagre-report eh. Nag-change kasi ng auditor mga yan eh. September pa to. CLI, steady support on strong residential turnover performance across Visayas and Mindanao. Wala nga eh. Natigil na yung momentum neto, no? Parang wala nang nagmamaterialize sa nilang mga previous project. Ayun. Latish, no? Sales nila, nag-decline na. Sa performance, parehas decline yung kanyang top line and bottom line. Mukhang sa to sa mga mabibiktima ng aggressive na expansion na namali yung timing nila kasi nga biglang pumangit yung economic environment sa Pilipinas. Number 8, Med. Tracted healthcare sectors, tracks public and private hospital. Wala nga eh. May papansin ba rito? Wala. Hindi ko nga alam to eh. Ano ba to? Medco Holdings. Ay, wala ngang sales eh. So, bakit yan? Speculative yan, okay. LSC na to siya, parang speculative din to. So, PPC, ano siya eh, flattish. Okay. Kasi nag-decline nata yung second quarter no, yung OGP tsaka PNB. Nasa investment portfolio niya yun eh. Pero, ongoing third quarter, bumabawi yung dalawa. So, baka mag-report to ng higher earnings in the third quarter. Pero, declining yung kanyang profit, no? Second quarter. First half, also declining. And PPC, tinatapik ko natin, may channel, may Patreon, di ba? Kung nandito pa yan sa 5 pesos, ganyan. Ang tanong is, tapos na ba yung growth story ng PPC or baka meron pa, di ba? Global and regional market pulse. Global provided mixed cues as Wall Street balanced favorable US inflation data against geopolitical escalation in the Middle East. Pag hindi natigil yan, tapos biglang pinagtripan ng Iran yung mga data center ng US doon sa Middle East, wala na, no? Game over yung US market. Tensions surrounding energy shipping lanes continue to place an inflation premium on global crude oil futures, blah blah blah. Regional bourses traded largely sideways pero ngayon lakapak silang lahat. Okay. So forecast for next week. BSP policy range bound trading. Bakit? So mga traders daw, chill muna kasi gantay daw sila ng BSP interest rate announcement. Defensive rotation to cash generative utilities and banks. Ano sinasabi niya, mga dividend stock. And then, peso resistance, 62. Putik na 'yan 'pag pumunta siya yan, another BBM legacy yan. The USD and PHP pair will likely test upper resistance bounce unless blah 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 or could cool significantly. Wala no? Slowdown in growth, lubog na naman sa baha, pahit yung mga economic indicator ng Pilipinas. So, kaya ganyan, no? Umina nang umina yung peso.